Welcome to the No Podcast with me, Nikki Spo. What is up, y'all? You are listening to The No, and I'm your hostess with I don't know about the mostest, but I got a lot going on here that I want to share with you, Nikki Spo. Ladies and gentlefolks, here we are. This is it. 2022 is coming to an end, and I am throwing a party because I'm ready to get this year behind me. Don't get me wrong. I am grateful for the lessons I learned and the mountains I climbed, but I am ready to soar, baby, soar. Who is with me? I know you're like in your car on a walk, or your hands are all up in the air like, me, I'm soaring too. I'm here, I'm with you. Yes, you are, girlfriend. Yes, you are. So this today and every day, and especially going into 2023, we are adopting the mindset of swerving and serving. What am I talking about? Okay. So swerving is when you swerve out of the way of the stuff that is not for you, like other people's bad attitudes, funky energies, places you don't like, bad relationships, including but not limited to romantic relationships, friendships, family, you name it. You're going to swerve right on out of the way of that which is not for you. In the new year, we are not taking things personally, okay? We are realizing that how people treat us is a reflection of them and not us. And we are gracefully and firming moving the F over so that crap can't even get to us. We are not owning other people's energy. We are not letting them stick to us. We are not personalizing any of it. We are moving out of the way. I actually, if you're watching on video, like sometimes like when something weird around me is happening, I actually go like this. And then, so for those of you who didn't see that, I literally like move my shoulders to the side and I'm like, in my head, I say, swerve, that shit was not for me. Okay. So that is what we are doing. We are moving out of the way of the stuff that isn't for us. Okay. Serve. Here comes the fun part. Not only are we swerving out of the way of the things that are not for us, but we are serving up all of ourselves freely, without shame, without discomfort. We are being so true to ourselves. That also means that we are facing the hard truths about ourselves sometimes. We are taking responsibility and we are owning up to our own bullshit so that we can move into a space of radical acceptance and integrity, so that we are in integrity with ourselves. Okay, we are owning what we love. We are claiming it loudly and proudly. We are affirming our desires and believing in our divine right to seek that which we love. We are working how we want to work. We are loving how we want to love. We are dressing how we want to dress, taking care of our health, mind, body, and soul. We are showing up in our purest forms. Because if you are pretending to be something that you are not, the acceptance, the love, the lust, whatever, it's not real. We are about to get so real and we are going to serve it up hot. Here's the thing about serving. When we serve at our highest capacity, we are giving our gift to others, sometimes without even intending to. We are giving other people permission to do the same. Who's with me? Say, me, I'm with you. Okay. Stick around because here's where we get serious. What are some of the things that we can do to keep ourselves on track here? I want to go over that because so it's hard, right? Like we go into the new year, we were like, I'm going to do all these things, right? And then like we have this momentum going and then it kind of like falls off. And it's hard to keep the level of enthusiasm up sometimes when life starts to hit us with the hard shit. So here's a list of the things that I recommend to keep you swerving and serving in the new year. First and foremost, the biggest, most helpful tip I have ever received is understanding what is out of your control. I'm going to say this in prayer form because I literally say this prayer every day of my life and it helps me. It's the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So you don't necessarily have to speak this to the God of your understanding if you don't feel comfortable with that, but the message is still powerful and full of legitimately good instruction. It takes a minute to figure it out sometimes. So we have to be intentional about taking the time to pause and assess. Can I change this? Am I unable to change this? If I'm not sure, please, okay, how can I have the wisdom to know whether or not this is something I can or cannot change? Next up, we can do what we can. Okay. If you don't know how to do something or what the right thing to do is, you do what you can. And even if it's the wrong thing or it causes a stir that doesn't sit right inside you, like if it doesn't feel good with you, we're going to do better. Okay. Because when we know better, we will do better. That's the sound clip. When we know better, we're going to do better this year. Okay. Next up, we have what we're going to journal our highs and lows. So I am guilty of not doing this so much. And I'm setting an intention to try to be better about it in the coming year. Here's the thing for me, when things get hard, I don't want to journal about it. I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to look at my dark feelings or my pain. I don't want to go back and relive that. But I always go back to my first year of sobriety when I wrote in my journal literally every single day for 365 days of that year. And I reread those passages and I could see my own transformation. I was writing about the highs and the lows and everything that I was facing. And I could see how I was facing these challenges or these triumphs differently, or how I was receiving them better into my life, and it was really a powerful thing to witness about myself. This was intel about myself. It was informative and it was really beautiful. So I think we can do this. I think when we do this, we can begin to take that inventory of ourselves, our thoughts, and our patterns. Next recommendation I have for you is to connect with the energy around you. Okay, I don't mean that you should accept the energy around you. No, connect with it so that you can be aware of its presence and how it makes you feel. Is this an energy that you want to be around? Is this an energy that makes you feel safe, inspired, loved? Does it make you feel uncomfortable, out of sync? Connect with it and swerve when necessary. Last up, we have optimism. I want us all to give optimism a try. There was this quote I heard once and it always has stuck with me. It's by J.D. Salinger, and it goes a little something like this. I am a kind of paranoid in reverse. I suspect people of plotting to make me happy. Now, on one hand, you might think that this is a recipe for disaster and that our expectations would be set too high and then we are destined for disappointment. And here's the thing. We have to set the bar as high as we want to go. And we can't do that with pessimism. We just cannot. Pessimism is not going to get us where we want to go. Our beautiful, swerving, and serving selves. The pessimists around you, they will call you delusional, unrealistic, overly ambitious, you name it, whatever. That's okay. We are swerving those people. Remember, we are swerving them. They aren't our people. Those are not our people. We are setting the bar high and we are believing in our power to make our dreams come true. We are optimistic about our future and the beautiful experiences that lay ahead for us. We are walking in our purposes, unafraid and unapologetic. And when we do that, again, we give other people permission to do the same. The energy is all connected. That's part of why connecting with it is so important. Tap into it. Tap into what you want. Ladies and gentlefolks, let's have a great end to 2022 and all the hope in the world for 2023. Your energy is contagious. Stay swerving and serving, truth speakers. I love you all. Over and out. Thank you so much for listening to The Know. If you loved this episode, go ahead and share it with a friend. Words are so powerful, and someone may need to hear what we covered today. And if you really loved this episode, please take a moment to rate the show and leave a review. Your comments are so important and valued, and they give other listeners insight on what to expect on The Know. You can connect with me personally via Instagram at Nikki Sap Spo and The Know with Nikki Spo. My hope for you today is that you are fearless in looking inward so that you can be your highest, most authentic self and go after the life of your dreams.